Hi honeys, it's your Queen Bee. I have way too many eyeshadows and I have a serious problem with just hoarding things, and I told myself before I moved that I would get rid of half my stuff, but that didn't happen. So I am here with you today to talk about all the eyeshadows I have. And before I really get started, I know I need to get rid of a lot of this, but I just feel like until I make a video about it, I just can't physically, because I feel like I bought some of it for the purpose of videos, so I need to get on that and see which ones I can throw away, give away, just toss, or just keep. And I just, looking at my little pile, looking at my big pile in this tiny little area is just sickening. So I don't try to buy too much, but I do. And I'm just afraid it's all going to go bad. It's all going to be expired, and I just don't want to keep things around if that's the case. So with that being said, not all of this is old. It's actually like very fairly new. There's only like 1 or 2 palettes that I know I got like sophomore year, which again isn't that old. But I think eyeshadow palettes you should only keep for a year. Yeah, it says like a year on some of them. But I know a lot of people keep them for way past that, because I personally have never been able to pan an eyeshadow palette. Like, maybe, I think one palette, and it was a contour palette, and it was the only contour palette I had, so of course I would use a lot of it. That was the only one I got down to like actually seeing pan on it, so I'm not good at using all my makeup. So with all that being said, I'm just going to go through my makeup with you. I don't think I'm going to switch to camera just because there's just too many, and there's some are too big. So I'm just going to like show you them and like explain maybe why I got it or what I like about it. And maybe I'll find one that I don't like and I will actually throw it out. I don't think that's going to be possible. So I'm going to try to organize this the best I can, and then I will do the rest of the video. So I have 23 eyeshadow things, and a couple of them aren't necessarily palettes. They are either the single thing or a liquid or a powder, a loose powder. So I'm going to go over the oddball ones first. And then I will get into like the ones that are like the bigger categories, I guess. So, okay, I'm trying to think of what would be the easiest. Alright, so I only have one eyeshadow from Physicians Formula, and it is the Devil one that I reviewed. And I like this palette. Obviously, I have a lot of the neutral tone, but I don't think I have a lot of the golden, like this color, and I probably do. But this is like a good travel size thing, so if I don't want to bring like a big palette, this would be like idea. And I'm going to actually start a little travel bag. I just haven't gotten that far because I've been busy, and I don't plan on traveling anytime soon until I'm done with my AIT. And you can buy stuff and like all that kind of stuff when you're there, so I don't know if I might buy makeup there. Hopefully not. I'm going to like stick to no buying clothes or makeup or any kind of like weird random stuff like that until I'm back home, just so I'm not spending a bunch of money, because I know a lot of my friends get screwed out of money by buying stuff in AIT. Same thing with basic, and I have so many stories about basic and people wasting their money. So yeah, I might just like put this in a travel bag. I don't want to get rid of it. It's very new and I actually do like it. So keeping within the things I bought at Walmart, I actually have, and I kept thinking that these were the two like same things because I seen they looked very similar, and then also this is like the same size as this. So I actually only have one L'Oreal Paris eyeshadow palette, and it is the Paradise Enchanted, and it's a scented eyeshadow palette, and I fell in love with this. This was like my look all of junior year. So this was my favorite thing. And as you can see, I haven't really touched on a lot of it. I had like a very thin brush, and I just like kind of went in with, you can tell the colors I used the most, but I don't use a bunch of eyeshadow. Like, I'm very, like, I think mentally, like, I'm like, I need to make this last a long time, when in reality, I don't have to. Like, it's always going to be there, and whenever they run out, then obviously there's going to be something new coming out. So, I just need to stop trying to make things last forever. But I absolutely love this, and it does smell very good because it's scented, and it actually has, like, a bunch of different, like, styles that you can do in the back, and I love it so much. So, definitely keeping this. I'm, like, trying to make a pile of, like, heaps, just in case I do talk myself out of one. So, I have two Maybelline eyeshadow palettes, and this is one that has a blush and a highlighter, and I do like this palette because it's very nice colors, but I do feel like I have another palette somewhere that has very similar colors, and this blush and highlighter, I obviously probably have one of the same shade, so this will probably be a palette that I try to get out of my rotation and, like, give away or find a different palette so I can justify giving it away. It's not that I don't like it. I like that it comes with a blush and a highlighter, but the colors for me just aren't that practical. They're not really ones I would wear a lot, and they have, like, a look guide, like, on the back, but it's just a very basic, like, this is where highlighter goes and just kind of stuff like that. So it's one of those palettes where I want to get rid of it, but I don't think I physically can until I find something that I know I have in my collection already that has just about all those colors. And I know I probably do. The other thing is this Maybelline Lemon Craze, and I love this so much, but I don't use many of the colors. I only really stick to this top section up here. I don't really dive into the orange or the red. And because, like, in middle school, and because, like, in high school, I didn't really try to dabble with too much of crazy stuff because I wanted to keep it simple, and I wanted to make sure that it looked good and that no one would really be staring at my eyeshadow. But I do really like this, and again, it has, like, a lot of similar colors to the L'Oreal one, and I honestly do want to try to maybe with the same get this one out of my rotation because I do have this, and I think they're very similar, but I'm not really sure. So, yeah. I have too many. And I don't know if I said it or not. I think I have, like, 26 of all of this. So, I think those are... Oh, okay. So, I do have two more things I got from Walmart, and they are both the Wet n Wild, and I love these because they're very shimmery. The Air and the Fire ones. Now, I can't remember. I think Fire was what my astrology sign was. I cannot remember. Maybe it was actually Air. I'm a Gemini, so I'm not really sure. I think it was Air. But I bought these when they first came out. I love astrology stuff, obviously. So I had to get these. I want to get the other ones, but at the same time, I know I probably have very similar shades somewhere, and I'm really trying not to buy a whole lot of stuff anymore, just for the purpose of I have a lot of makeup already. And speaking of my bad habits, I go to Route 21 way too much. It is like a drug for me, and it's not good. So I actually have 3 palettes from them, and I got this one first, and it's the Bare Nudes, and you can definitely tell that I go in, like, especially on this one. I think this one actually broke, and I tried patting it down, but I mean, I do use a lot of these. I use the marshmallow one the most, which is this top white one over here, if you can even see it. But again, these are all very, like, nude colors that you can get anywhere, and I think if I really looked hard enough, I think I could probably replace this with either the Maybelline or the Paradise one. So, yeah, and it's probably really old. Like, not real old, but I think I got it freshman year. So, yeah. This one, like, maybe 2 years younger Then the other one is the Make It Pop like Pink Champagne Rosy Nudes one. And it's just a double of the Rosy Nudes, like the Bare Nudes, only this is from Nicole Heller? I have no idea. But I actually had an old palette from them. It was my mom's, and oh my god. I just don't use your mom's makeup for very long because that was not okay. And I do like these colors. I don't think I would get rid of this one because these are shades I don't have in other palettes. They're not like normal looking, like everyday colors. They are very like direct on pink and like the darker like disco-y colors is what I would say. So the last one that I got from Rue 21 is called Babe Powder Metallic Eyeshadow. And I don't know what made me buy this. Honestly, I think I was just like, maybe it was on clearance or something. I don't think it was. But it has a bunch of shades that I don't even use and that honestly look just all the same. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't even think I've really even used this palette before, which kind of sucks because they are pretty shades. There's just not a lot of variety. So that kind of sucks. But not a bad palette, just not that over the top. So the two ones that are actually oldest, I was going to go with the two newer ones, but these are old. I know I got these like freshman year because I used to go to Hot Topic a lot. Way too much. And both of these are from the Blackheart Immoral Glow. And I got this one and I was like, this is amazing. I literally wore this every single day. And I thought that this would be as good, but it's not. And I'm just going to be blunt. First off, I love this. So glittery. Love it so much. This, you can already tell I'm just so disappointed. The only one I really liked was the red and the little beige color because I use those a lot. Not a lot, just kind of the same problem. It's just not colors that I personally use and they look like regular colors. Like, I think the only reason I keep it is because the red is like totally me. I used to wear red all the time and just like a very shimmery sheer red. And again, I just don't think I can do that palette. I don't even think I really touched it since I bought it, which is sad. But I mean, it is like that sometimes. These are the two newer ones I bought. One is from Essence, and it was one I just reviewed, and it is Never Give Up Your Daydream. And I probably will definitely keep this palette because, especially for like art, like makeup art, it's a lot of pastel colors that I know I don't have in any other palette. So for the sake of like, you know, actually using it for the purpose of art, I know I need this. Now the other one is exactly for art. It is the EYN Bright palette, and oh my god, every time I look at it, I just love it so much. I don't know what I would do without this now. I can't even imagine like doing makeup art without it because it's so good. Like, I don't ever need another palette ever again. And that's kind of why I'm trying not to buy any more palettes because I already have the colors that I actually ever need. And I feel like you're only buying for the brand, and I really don't care about brands that much. I literally just see like product. I don't see, oh, it's from Huda Beauty or oh, it's from Maybelline. It's like all the same to me. I really don't care. So speaking of which, I buy too much from online. I buy too much from Wish, and all of my bulk is from Wish. So the things that aren't highlighter palettes, the things that aren't eyeshadow palettes is this, and I have the lipstick and the lip liner, and it's actually really good. It's the Fralicker Loose Pigment, and it is in the shade Rose Gold, and oh my gosh, this is so good. I actually bought another loose eyeshadow palette, but it didn't look nearly as good as this. And I love Rose Gold. I honestly love anything that's like similar to this, like so good. If I ever do a house tour, you'll see that I'm just obsessed with it. And then the other thing is this liquid eyeshadow solution, and it is from Hojo, and it is number 6. It just says easy on the makeup, texture silky, so I have no idea what that means. But again, like very rose gold, very like just shimmery. It's the same. And I literally put this on and then I put the powder on and it is gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. Love it to death. I will definitely keep those. The ones I bought first from Wish that actually got me into buying makeup from Wish, I bought these 2 palettes. I think it was for my 16th birthday. I can't remember. But that just tells you how old these are. You can tell. The red I like devoured. I'm going to take this little brush out so I can actually show you. I love the red so much. And just all the shimmery stuff. Now, the shimmer does kind of fade away. Like, once you get that top layer off, it's not shimmery. So I'm thinking that as soon as I get all the shimmer stuff off, that I probably will just pitch these because they are all pretty much colors I have, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, pretty much all the same in that one. Probably not this one because I did buy another one that had all the colors I can't see, so they're all the same to me. And I mostly bought them because it has a lot of whites, like 2 of them, I think. And I like these colors, but I can't tell a difference between, especially the ones that are right next to each other. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? So, yeah. Like them, but as soon as the glitter runs out, I'll probably pitch them. So, I bought these around the same time, which is really scary thinking about it. I almost bought the Huda Beauty nude palette because I seen so much hype about it. And then I was like doing little like looking for tutorials and stuff, and I fell down the rabbit hole of Wish makeup and things that are very similar, like dupes. And I was like, okay, now I have to do this. So in a future video, if I ever do buy the Huda palette, or if I can borrow, or if I can find a friend that I can borrow it off of, because I know a couple people who have them, but I also don't want to be stingy, so I might just buy my own. I bought 3 palettes that are supposed to be exactly like the Huda Beauty palette. So I bought all 3 of these, and you would think that this, being a duplicate, would look very similar to the actual product. It's really, really funny how it doesn't look like it at all. So automatically, I didn't think I would want to review this with it because I knew obviously the Huda one would be better. Look at those colors. That doesn't, like, I know I'm colorblind, but like, who is that colorblind to think that those look anything alike? Like, honestly. So, as soon as I get it and I review it, I will definitely be giving this to someone because no thanks. Now, what surprised me was I actually did use this for a while. Not a lot. But this one is the Beauty Creations Tease Me palette. And again, they're all just like very similar colors. Like, it's just nothing new and bold. Nothing great, fantastic about it. It's just same old. Honestly, like, this could be a duplicate if I ever do become not lazy and actually buy the Huda Beauty one. And just like, I'm trying. Honestly, this could be a duplicate because it's very similar. Some of them look a little different, but again, like, really good, especially like the glittery ones. And going into Sephora and like looking at it honestly just a little bit bigger than this. So I guess you get a little bit more product for your money, but honestly, that looked really good. I mean, it's definitely a lot better than like these 2. Like, those aren't even, I wouldn't even consider those dupes. This one, however, pretty good. And I actually used this a while, and I loved the pigment. And that's not really anything I can say about the other 2, but again, like, whatever. So, you know, seeing that that is actually good, there's another duplicate that you can be did, and it's the Twilight Dusk palette. And I guess this is another duplicate of, like, a Huda Beauty palette, and I didn't even know that. But it looks like this. It doesn't have a mirror or anything. But honestly, I like it. I especially like the purple and the red colors. But again, nothing too spectacular. It's just kind of whatever. And it's just kind of, it is what it is. The last two I was actually very excited about. I actually did get rid of some palettes just a little bit ago, just because I didn't want to review every single one of them. But this one I was really excited about. It was the Nebula Dreamy palette, and I love space stuff. And I seen the purples, and I was like, yes. Now, mind you, I can't see them very well, so they look the exact same to me. But I think I did do some kind of space look with them. I just like the purple and the pink in the corner, like in the white. The white is so good. So, yeah, it's a good palette. I like it a lot. The last one I'm not too crazy about, but I'm keeping it for the reason that it has like pressed glitters in it, and it has a pressed white glitter, and I'm like living for that actually. So this is the Glitter Eyes Unicorn palette, and it's alright. I mean, it's whatever. But it's got 3 highlighters, 5 eyeshadows, and then 3 pressed glitters. And honestly, I'm just living for the pressed I'm just living for the pressed glitters. That's really it. The highlighters, they're all right. The eyeshadows, not the best color combination I would go with. It's like green and another green, and I think a yellow, and then 2 browns. But I'm also not the best person to judge colors because I can't see them very well. But yeah, that is all of my eyeshadow stuff. And I think I'm just gonna sit here for a while and just kind of declutter my life because this is ridiculous and I don't use any of them really except for like 5, and it's a mess. So yes, with all that being said, I'm going to probably make another video and then clean my life up. So make sure to give this video a like if you liked it. Make sure to comment down below what your favorite eyeshadow palette is and how many do you guys have. Like, am I crazy for thinking that like 26 or whatever is like a lot? Because looking at it, it looks like a lot, but my palettes are fairly small, except for the Brights EYN palette. But yeah. Anyways, don't forget to check out my TikTok, my Instagram, Instagram. Make sure to subscribe. And I think with all that being said, thanks for stopping by. Love you.